it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I recently did a video on the 4th of July, an Independence Day video, where I discussed a lot of things about gameplay in the game that annoyed me or made the game less for me. One of the things I mentioned was no Artie, and you see I just typed it into chat down there. One of the things I mentioned was Artie, and not as a primary thing. It's not, I think, as high on the list of things that annoy me in the game. Overpowered tanks, auto-loader, loader-reloader, super alpha, that kind of stuff. The breakdown of mechanics near the top at tier 10, of which I'm playing right here, although I am top tier, so I've got some 8s to beat up on. But when there's no Artie in the game, it really changes the dynamic of the game, and for me makes it more interesting. My first shot is going to do nothing. Somebody else got him. Great. But we just got a big advantage by killing the even 90, by the way. So our even 90 should have a heyday at this point. We'll head over here, see if we can deal with something on the hill. And as you notice, there's no Artie here and we're on Proc. Proc is kind of miserable with Artie. You'll notice how many guys understand the situation and they're up doing the hold down thing. Me, the VZ, the Conqueror, to some extent the Contender. Although I don't know why we have a grill up there. That's an interesting space. I didn't notice that during the game. I don't know how long he lasts. They're 110, they're Griffin. So we got guys working the ridge here. Why? Because there's no Artie. And for me, that just opens up and makes the game so much more interesting. It's well more dynamic on Proc. Most games are more dynamic without artillery. Yep, sure. Armor not hit, right into the track. Didn't even track him, or if I did, he fixed it quickly. Bit of a bummer, but that's all right. Look at this. We got all kinds of guys. We're all working the vision thing. That shoots behind him, so terrible shot. There's no Artie. You've got a whole stack of guys over on the 1-2 line. And now I'm trying to work around and behind the Conqueror. See if we can get a shot on this. No. Got spotted. If there were Artie and I got spotted right there, even if I back down, I'm going to get slapped. More than likely, he's going to shoot in between me and the Conqueror and hit both of us. We're going to get stunned and get damaged. And just look how much fun everyone's having. Everyone is actually active. Peeking, poking, looking for shots, moving around a little bit, not worried if they get lit because they can back down. This deployment does not happen with Artie in the game. Certainly not with 2. Maybe with 1 for a while. But as the game goes longer, people will be less interested in doing this. Our even 90, unfortunately, completely overextends. He got a little too excited, I would say, that he was... and then he gets spotted, and that is just a bummer. Really, if he'd have been much more careful for you light tank players, that was just dumb. There was no reason for him to make that move. He's going to get ganked right there. He does afford us an opportunity to get a few more bits of damage here. But unfortunately, we're not able to close out the FB because he's not lit anymore. So that was a bummer. Don't YOLO in. Just because the other enemy light tank died doesn't mean you want to YOLO in that situation. Armor not hit. Fantastic. I have been there, though, as a light tank player, where you get a little over-aggressive thinking, wow, I'm the only light tank, plus I'm an even 90, this is going to be amazing. Look at all the snipperinos we have back there. And if he hadn't overexposed, that's exactly what would have happened. So a little patience is involved. Notice how many guns were left in the game, so that's another reason why not to YOLO. I mean, it's fine, you get guys lit, but you're not going to survive the 5, 6, 7 guns that were shooting at you right there. Eventually, somebody's going to RNG you. Looking for a shot. Did not get lit, which was very strange. Which means they don't really have anybody forward. The Progetto sort of figures it out, and there he goes. Now he's kind of doing the same thing the ELC did. There's no way he's going to last very long, and he might get a few guys shot when he lights them, or he might just disappear. Let's see what happens to him here. I don't know if he actually lights anybody. He might light one guy, but he goes raging in. He may have a CVS. It's hard to tell. I'll shoot this dude because he's making a runner. We'll nuke him. There we go. So he did find somebody. Alright, so he found the XM, but that's it. And now he's gone. Okay, great. Got a kill. So he did get an XM shot and killed. And we're in really good shape now. And I just have enjoyed this game. There's been no Artie, so I'm able to actually be active and not get bombed. If there was Artie, once again, what would be happening? Well, definitely people would be not... As many people, anyway, would be poking the ridge right here. This sucked. Let's kill this guy. Is that my third armor not hit? I think so. It's a long range shot. It's not a terribly accurate gun. Shit happens. Alright. Now we just got to figure out how to break these guys down. They do have some massive alpha. This was another thing I talked about in my video. The FV especially is something people aren't really interested in walking out in front of because it will just delete. Find that guy right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure. Charioteer's over there somewhere. I chose poorly. He was actually up on the track. I did not aim the pointer in the right spot. I would have realized maybe that he was up on the track, because there he is right there. Okay, let's kill him. Nope, someone else got him. Alright. And their char-footer drowned. Very difficult to do on this map, by the way. There's only one spot, really, I believe, and that's in the little pit over there that you can even manage to drown yourself. So we're at 2,300 damage, 408 assists. We're going to talk quickly right now, then, for you guys. One of the things you can do to really up your experience, your credits, your spotting and damage, is to find opportunities like this to make a move. We'll just shoot at him. I kind of expect to get thumped by the FV. And maybe even him. He missed great. Oh, look at that. Bounced the AP from the FV. That's beautiful. That's a fairly rare event for me, to be honest. Go ahead and just auto-aim that guy. And now, because I am a more aggressive player than a lot of them, I'm going to push in, and maybe even I will be, as a heavy, the guy that will spot the last two. And who cares? I have so many hit points. If the FV hits me, great, whatever. Pretty sure I can actually survive him and the T-103. But let's see what happens here. I know what happens. I saw it. I was there, man. I was there. Oh, look at that. Okay, we'll shoot him. Boom. Nice. And boom, boom. Look at that. He actually bounced another 1,100, so I ended up bouncing 3,110 from his probably a hasty AP shot, to be honest. But I cranked it up to 3,290 on the damage and 1,434, and I think it was actually a little bit more damage, as I recall. There may have been... nope, I thought there was a blind shot that went through, but did not. 3 kills, 3,290, 1,434 assists. Late game, just pushing in. That didn't have anything to do with No Hardy. But I enjoyed that game. I was able to avoid the things that irritate me in the game. I was able to avoid, probably just by luck, the super alpha. But when I pushed, I did that consciously knowing that the FE was probably going to take a poke at me. I'd be the guy that was lit. I knew he was back there. He's going to shoot at me. And I knew I could take one hit. I might have had to rethink that push up and over if I had been pinned by the FV the first time. Or maybe you just do it knowing that if you die, you're still going to pick up the assist. Because look at how many tanks we have left. There's no way that team's going to beat us. Just get in there and get the spotting and get your experience, get your credits, all that good stuff. No Hardy. I enjoy it. The usual suspects of stuff that's irritating the game didn't really happen right there. Good news is the even 90s sort of neutralize each other. Theirs died early and ours died next, kind of. So not a huge deal. That's actually kind of nice as well. That's an irritation in the game. Those even 90s on this map are miserable if one's alive. Well, both of them are dead, so now you got some options. All right, guys. That's all I've got for today. Have a fantastic one. See ya.